typically with these types of defamation suits, especially if the individual filing the suit is a public figure like Donald Trump is, the judge tosses it out. Yeah. Because it's incredibly difficult to prove actual malice. Yeah. So there's got to be a reason why the judge didn't toss it out. And decided to pursue it all the way to the point where they were about to do depositions. So let me be clear about that. That's not exactly right, Anna. And so I don't know why they decided to. Okay, go ahead, since you know. Yeah, so look, do I know for a fact, do I have by saying their internal documents? Of course not.
Time after time, I keep seeing these clips of Anna Kasparian. Did I say the name? I probably definitely did. It ain't like I'm trying to pronounce Cenk, kitchen sink, whatever, Hassan's uncle. I keep seeing clips of Anna Kasparian ripping people to shreds that are woke. Maybe even her co-hosts. I really don't care enough to remember his name, bro. I don't care enough to remember his name. Let's check this out. I barely remember Anna. I just looked at it just now. But let's check this out. See some clips of her talking to him and actually letting the truth be known. It's kind of strange thing to happen on TYT.
One word comes to mind, the word emboldened. Trump and his team is going to be emboldened by this settlement by ABC, because rather than fight this out any further, rather than trying to go to trial, ABC is choosing to settle.
I don't say this often, but Brian Stelter is correct. Now, ABC News has agreed to pay $15 million toward President-elect Donald Trump's presidential library in order to settle a defamation lawsuit that Trump himself filed against the news organization. Now, Trump filed this suit against ABC News over anchor George Stephanopoulos, inaccurately claiming at the time that Trump was found liable for rape in the E. Jean Carroll case. Now, he had actually been found civilly liable for sexual abuse, not rape, and there is a distinction here. I'll get to that distinction in just a moment, but first, here is the segment that spurred the lawsuit.
And you've endorsed Donald Trump for president. Judges and two separate juries have found him liable for rape and for defaming the victim of that rape. How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
Well, I will tell you, I was raped at the age of 16, and any rape victim will tell you, I've lived for 30 years with an incredible amount of shame over being raped. I didn't come forward, and it's a shame that you will never feel, George, and I'm not going to sit here on your show and be asked a question meant to shame me about another potential rape victim. I'm not going to do that.
It's actually not about shaming you. It's a question about Donald Trump.
No, you are shaming
You've
me.
endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury. Donald Trump has been found liable for defaming the victim of that rape by a jury.
Now, just to give you further context, Stephanopoulos was referring to a lawsuit by E. Jean Carroll, who alleged that Trump raped her in 1996 in the dressing room of a New York City department store. While the jury found that Carroll's attorneys did not prove the rape allegation, they did agree that Trump forcibly sexually abused and defamed her and ruled that Trump had to pay Carroll $5 million. And so rather than really fight the defamation case, which, by the way, had gotten to a point where they were going to do what is it called when you're depositions? They were about to do depositions. ABC News decides, let's settle it instead. As part of the settlement, ABC will pay the $15 million to the Trump Presidential Library, which currently only exists online, plus another $1 million in Trump's attorney fees, court records show. That $1 million is to be paid by George Stephanopoulos himself. And the network also added a note to the online story about the interview, noting that both ABC and Stephanopoulos regret the comments.
Damn. It's nasty work. I don't really want to say too much yet, but whoa. That, yeah. And the news dude was kind of pressuring too, like, yeah, confirm why you voted for Trump. Then yeah, you were leaning on her a horrible experience, beyond that, her traumatizing experience, and trying to like not only judge her, but more so persuade her and use mob mentality, right, to like force her opinion and shame her. Yeah. You're pretty much trying to shame her for her opinions and her views. That's nasty.
Of the media, legal experts, and liberal pundits very upset because they feel that this sets a terrible precedent for the press. So Democratic attorney Mark Elias wrote, knee bent, ring kissed, another legacy news outlet chooses obedience. Reporter Oliver Willis argued on Threads that this is actually how democracy dies. MSNBC legal analyst Barbara McQuaid believes that this settlement will have a...
Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. Really helps out the channel. Also, you know, I got a memberships, right? Sign up for that if you can to support the channel, or on my Patreon.
Chilling effect on the media. And I think that those predictions might be correct, because now we're hearing that Donald Trump is in fact emboldened and is now planning on filing lawsuits against pollsters, lawsuits against CBS, Bob Woodward, the Des Moines Register. In fact, here he is talking about Ann Seltzer's Iowa poll leading up to the election, which was pretty ridiculous, but suing her over...
Gotta keep it real, fam. I think Donald Trump should sue the heck out of every media platform who spread false information on him. 100%. You got the money? Why not? Why not? If I had the money, I would do it. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm petty. If I had enough money, I would sue the hell out of anyone who ever made up anything about me online. I don't care. Yeah. Man, I'm getting that house. That little nasty car you got, you can clean it out in like maybe a few months. I'm taking it. I ain't gonna use it. I'm gonna get mine. Since you want to spread nastiness on me, people don't know the effect that possibly can have on someone, or just a belief, right? People without even seeing proof will start spreading that. That's how rumors get created. Gossip. Wasn't that a movie back in the day that literally had that premise? It was actually kind of good. I feel like Captain America was in it. I don't know why. I feel like Captain America was in that, right? Or somebody that looked familiar.
Sounds a little crazy. Let's watch.
I'm doing this not because I want to. I'm doing this because I feel I have an obligation to. I'm going to be bringing one against the people in Iowa, their newspaper, which had a very, very good pollster who got me right all the time. And then just before the election, she said I was going to lose by 3 or 4 points, and it became the biggest story all over the world.
So, look, I am worried about the chilling effect on the press. Now, the press should be careful, and you shouldn't be sloppy, and you should go out of your way to be accurate. But the other thing is, look, in order to win a defamation suit, the person filing the suit would have to prove actual malice, meaning that the Trump team would have to prove that George Stephanopoulos knowingly lied and kept saying that he was found liable of rape. And so I don't know why they decided to... Okay, go ahead, since you know.
Yeah, so look, do I know for a fact, do I have I seen their internal documents? Of course not. But my significant guess here is...
I'm interrupting. Think whatever, about to say some BS. I know. Am I doing that on purpose? Maybe. Of course I'm doing it on purpose. I had to. Literally stop to talk, tell you my opinion. But yeah, I think Anna is starting to notice some things, right? We've been seeing this like awakening of Anna, right? Her seeing a few things, discovering that the woke community be spreading a lot of nastiness out here. And because of her experience with a woke community, she had like a wake up moment, like, oh, what the hell? This is nuts out here in these streets. So she's starting to pick certain things apart. I don't think her woke co-workers like that. I don't think they like that. I think they just want to hate Trump or anyone who's conservative on the right, no matter what. right? Like that is a grift. That's what they're doing. Cenk, I don't even care. Hassan's uncle, that's what he's doing. He's the one to talk Hassan. Just wokeness back and forth is nasty work.
They were going to go to deposition and discovery, and Stephanopoulos was going to testify the next day, and they didn't want that. And they did, and that's the real reason they settled, not because they're going to lose, but because they have damaging things that would be found out in discovery. And so probably about completely other topics, right? So they did this as a way to cover their own ass, but it damned us all. And I'm going to explain why it damned us all. But first of all, on how easy it would have been to win the case. So let me read to you something from CNN. A judge concluded in August 2023, when dismissing Trump's countersuit against Carroll, that the claim that Trump raped Carroll was, quote, substantially true. The judge wrote that Trump, quote, raped her in the broader sense of that word as people generally understand it, though not as it is narrowly defined by New York state law. So what Anna read you about New York state law is true, and that would have been helpful to Trump in his case. But the judge in the other case, again, about the same issue of Carroll, when Trump countersued, said, yes, brother, but that's what people normally call rape. It's just that New York has this weird law where they don't call it rape. So you're going to try to win this countersuit against Carroll defaming you based on this technicality in New York law, and it's never going to fly. I dismiss your case.
So I have a counter to the point that you're making, because typically with these types of defamation suits, especially if the individual filing the suit is a public figure like Donald Trump is, the judge tosses it out. Yeah. Because it's incredibly difficult to prove actual malice. Yeah. So there's got to be a reason why the judge didn't toss it out. And decided to pursue it all the way to the point where they were about to do depositions. So
let me be clear about that. Mm-hmm. That's not exactly right, Anna. So in the first layer, before you get a deposition and discoveries, the judge is not allowed to consider factual matters. Okay. So it can't decide, hey,
Chunky Yogurt is tripping. I don't know why he hate Trump so damn much, but to defend that and be like, oh no, this is, stop capping. Let's give him a nasty song before I say anything else. That's nasty work right there. Woke people will go to the furthest extent to try to bury you, metaphor.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name, you.
Nasty work, fam. I can't rock with that. Definitely not. I'm not trying to end somebody or spread misinformation just because I dislike somebody, right? Most people that hate me is because I laugh at them. And that's really it. I'm not going to make something up. I'll even defend you, right, if you're right. TYT is dead wrong. Correction, even more. Chunky Yogurt is wrong. And it's biased and it's nasty. I can't rock with it. I don't know how they're supposed to even sit there and listen to that. And Anna, I was about to call her Anna. Told you I didn't really know their names like that. She's seeing it. And she waking up. I might just learn her name for sure if she keep waking up. TYT probably don't even want her to be on if she keep waking up. But that's my personal opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comments section. Hit the like button. Share the video as well. Also, check me out on memberships and Patreon if you're able to. Helps out a lot. Keeps me going.